morning, everybody. Welcome to Damage Control. This is Luki, joined with Dark Beaver and Delgarn, and we're gonna go ahead and recap another week of Marvel Strike Force. Take a look at what's coming up on the next week's horizon on the blog post, and just kind of recap things because today is the big. Well, today is the big day for me. I just looked into the blog post and I saw Kyln, so I'm gonna read it live. Kind of go into it with the gentleman here, and hope you guys are enjoying the game and enjoy our conversation. And just introduce the gentleman again. What's up, Darth? How you doing?
Doing great.
All right, and Dale, how you doing, Dale?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Just trying to figure out how this singer monitor relay is gonna work here. I think I can pull it off. So here we go. Let's recap last week a little bit. You guys have been having some good success in regards to Cosmic Crucible. I kind of had another, I wouldn't say another rough week, but it felt like a one. Man, I felt like I got slapped pretty bad this week. I went 1-2. But Darth, man, what are you on the streak? What's your? Are you 1-3-0? I believe.
Yeah, I went 3-0 again. I'm at 6-0 at least for the season. I can't remember beyond that, but yeah. So I've won all 6 of my matches so far.
Congrats, man. And you, Dale? How'd you
Thanks.
do?
What 2-1?
2-1. All right.
Nice.
Good job. I mean, everything. I mean, we'll kind of shortly recap a little bit as far as what's going on. I mean, would you? I guess for with you, Dale, I'll get your opinion first. I mean, with the rooms that's going on here that were kind of set up with the traits. I mean, is this one of the? I won't say challenging, but one of the more fun where you don't. Do you feel like it's gonna become cookie cutter, or how do you feel when you go into the defensive setups, like your matches?
Yeah, this season very offensive heavy. So that's why it made feel fun because it's like nothing we really have to put on defense that we don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah. You got the same sentiment, Darth, or how do you feel about this season's room traits?
Yeah, it still feels like this season totally revolves around the raid on Crucible room, just like it did the last time there was a raid room, because they overtuned their raid team so far. But I think it's fun. I've who asked somebody who's not lost all season. Of course, they're having a great fucking time, and they think it's perfect.
Yeah.
I've just been fortunate with my matches. Like I haven't played perfectly, but I've been matched up against opponents who have just played a little less better, whatever. They haven't played as well as I have.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't think I have any secret sauce or anything like that because my defense is relatively weak. I think. Um, but then you get surprise wins with surprise teams sometimes because they get underestimated.
Yeah.
So
I guess the question I have for you guys, as we're looking at my defensive setup, that's kind of what I ran with this week. Um, I think where if you want to kind of push something defensively, it's like the usage of where you put Black Knight and mix him in, whether with the villain side in room 4 or leave him somewhere in room 1 with double pings. So what are you, Dale? What are you using your Black Knight? Like what room do you have him in?
I think I just have a. Oh no, I was doing what Run 7 did, which is both of the Hawks, Abomination, and Black Knight and Captain America.
Okay, and then what room is
Yeah,
that in?
I believe it's 4. It's not really doing much. Let me pull it up. But yeah, it's not really doing that much. None of my defenses are really doing much.
Yeah, it's kind of the point you guys said. Someone can lean offensive heavily and kind of counter those. But it's just more just I think that's where kind of where individually you're trying to like trying to trick the opponent and try to do something special, right? I mean that's kind of the tune I noticed. I mean like for you, Darth, where do you have your Black Knight?
my Black Knight's still in 4 with full out of time. He's boring
Okay.
because he pulls enough on his own. Like that's a team where I'm getting. That's a team in a room where I'm getting my wins. Now we'll talk to something specific about room 4, and I've noticed throughout the thing a lot of Cabal losses in room 4. And I want to tell you why I think it's why. Because every replay I've watched where I've got a win with my team against the Cabal, it's because they're using Iron Patriots Ultimate on the first turn because they have that ability.
Hmm.
Because in every other match, you can use Iron Patriot Special, and that's a devastating move with trauma, and it removes positive effects, and it really sets up the opponents to get knocked down by the rest of your moves. And I've noticed that if you go in and use Iron Patriot's Ultimate, you're stunning one person and hitting a group of people, and then they're getting run over.
Yeah, that's a good point. I remember you going through that conversation with one of our alliance mates, um, and that makes
Yeah, that's
sense.
why That's why I'm saying it, because he was talking about his cabal and stuff, and I was just like, look, make sure that you do this, because this is what I've seen to fail. Like, Iron Patriot's special is overpowered. It's not, his ultimate is great, but his ultimate is supposed to be used later in the match.
All right, cool. And I guess the last question I have as far as Crucible defense here, too. What did y'all decide? Like for you, Dale, what do you have on the raid room defense?
I saw Bifrost.
Okay. Yeah, you kept Bifrost, and how about for you, Dark?
Same. I have Bifrost. I put too much into him. I brought him up to level 100 on some extra tunes, and they're all at gear 17 or 18. It's really a hive mind check for my opponent. Is your hive mind over 2.2 million, or is it not? And do you know how to play the match?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence. I tried the Pegasus out here because my Bifrost is very weak. So that's one of the reasons why I put Pegasus in here. I just want something a little bit thicker, especially when I'm fancying a 3 diamond Kestrel. But I mean, just like this whole season, you guys hit on again. It's just, I mean, they can counter this. Shit, I think even Bifrost can counter the Pegasus. There's a couple different teams.
Bifrost is a counter, yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all that's going on here. Let's go into congratulating Darth with the last milestone event. I don't know if it's still up on here on the review side. Nah, it's not on here. But it was the zombie event. And it's exclusive 1,000. The top 1,000 people can get a diamond Zugs. And you're one of those fortunate guys on here. How did it feel during the last hour? Were you checking in, or how did you go about?
It wasn't. I checked. You guys know. I kind of pissed and moaned because I had to. The end of the event is the same time my daughter's school gets out, so that's when I have to go pick her up from school. So I couldn't check for like the last 20 minutes. But I checked regularly enough in the last 2 hours, and I'd only moved down like 30 or 40 spaces, and I was still in like the top 750 or something like that. So it wound up not being too bad. I didn't worry. I didn't have to spend anything extra. I didn't have to buy any extra offers to get where I wanted to be, and I was far away enough from 500 that I didn't need to do that either. It was the perfect placement for me in my wallet.
Yeah, and I felt bad. I didn't realize that our new boy in our alliance was kind of tinkering within the top 1,000. And he felt, what did he say, 10-13 is what he finished?
Yeah, he was just outside of it, and I was just like, whoa. I didn't realize that he was even pushing or anything like that. He was, he's obviously spending a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So.
I was, because that's how I would, same question. I wanted to know what he did within the last hour. Did he just sleep on it, thought he was okay, or, yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious. Or if he just didn't, or if he just ignored it altogether.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, those are just one of those things that you kind of, I've been there before, where you kind of learn and you see how nasty it gets if you're on that on the cusp of making the top 1,000 or not. But again, congrats to you. You got the 7 red off of it. The event helped me get to the 6-star, and I think he's one of the promos that I would be looking at getting to the 6 red here if he comes on the store. Which kind of leads. I mean, now that you got your diamond, I think with you, Dale, you probably, I don't know, Darth would even laugh. Where are you sitting on your promos right now within the dark diamonds, dark red promos?
I don't have that many. I have about 1,500 right now.
Okay. So
that's because the event, man, this last event gave a whole bunch of dark promos. Like, see, because I got 2,000 dark promotion credits just for having a 7-star zombie juggernaut. So like I already, after buying a the Black Knight beforehand for 4,000, I have 4,500 already again.
Okay.
Now I only have 590 dark promotion credits. That's because I bought an offer to get a few of them so that I could put my Apocalypse to 3 diamonds, because I was like 10 short. I think I sent you guys that screenshot that I was 10 dark diamond promotion credits short of taking my Apocalypse to 3 diamonds. So I bought an offer that had a few of them and got him there. So dark diamonds are still short, but everything else I'm feeling comfortable on. I don't even know who to spend my dark promotion credits on anymore.
Yeah, that's gonna be my question here. So I mean, going back to Dale. I mean, is there anyone that you're kind of looking at, or are you just kind of saving it now, as far as your promo?
Bouncing back and forth on Zombie Juggernaut and Black Knight.
Okay.
I just brought Black Knight to 5 red. What's interesting about Crucible, I feel like he's not a big deal this Crucible. Like last Crucible, he felt so horrible to face. In this, I'm not really fearing him.
It's true. He hasn't done dirty things to you, as one might
I
says. Oh God.
want to taste it.
Yeah. So
That was the greatest line in any MSF video I've ever watched.
yeah, he was preparing
He's
for
gonna
this
make me
event,
taste it.
and I don't
I don't
want
want to taste it.
to. Yeah. Yeah, so he was the one that did jump on here, so that's why my zombie one. So when I kind of inkling towards next, everything else kind of like what Dart's saying, I'm kind of happy as far as where I got things at, and I'm just ready to say for the next one. Eventually Super Scroll will come into that promo section, so that's kind of what I'm gearing up for, is getting him ready, and I'm trying to see if there's anyone else. What's the Goblin? Um, Green Goblin?
Green Goblin.
He's already available, ain't he? Maybe.
No,
No.
I think
Not that
we both we took place in his auction, so we're still. You and I both have a diamond, Mookie, and we're still in that little time period where we're getting our money's worth, quote unquote.
Gotcha.
And Nova's not even available yet, so
Oh, okay. Okay. What
he
else?
would be first, I would think, unless they do all three legendaries at the same time.
Yeah. That's kind of how it wind down. And of course, we got this guy's events. Not too exciting, but I do just want to give kudos in regards to the developers, gameplay designers, or event planners, whatever their official titles are. But I've been enjoying the fact that we're not having to overly grind on these blitzes. It's been about like a 2 rotation, right, on the web blitz milestone, where I think I save my my daily, what is it, objectives, and then I don't cash them in until resets, and then that gets me a jump start in regards to the blitz credits that come through one of these things. I don't know which one it is, but I kind of go within that realm, and then I do like 1 rotation. Sometimes if I hit good on the little RNG drops on the credits, then I'm able to go ahead and just cash in early. But this whole thing, man, I've been enjoying it, especially with the busy week that I have with the wife and just things in nature with her birthday and stuff like that. I haven't even, uploaded to Crucible battles because I've just been busy. So, but it's just been a kind of a, I don't know if it's just a good timing, lucky. I mean, I don't want to jinx it as I'm giving them credit, and the next thing you know, we have a heavy blitz event. But I believe on one of those things that Mobile and Valley had talked about a couple weeks ago, and you guys introduced me to that little conversation when they were kind of giving insight with the developers and the long road with the battle world and stuff like that. They even kind of hit on Blitz being a shit, not even a game mode, but the guys, they didn't even like it either. So I feel like, they're feeling our pain and they're kind of understanding it. I mean, would y'all kind of share the same sentiment off of that, or, as far as
Maybe.
maybe?
Like it's a bad
Maybe.
time to ask that
Oh shit. Okay. Maybe I should.
because
I really-
the announcement of the new raids has a lot of people pretty
Yeah.
upset.
Okay.
Yeah, well, people cry, man. Like that's the one thing about this community, as wonderful as it is we got lots of tears, and we need tissues every day. I will say I like the 1 hour blitz cooldown, especially for an event like this, because I don't blitz at all unless there's an event. I just don't. It's not a game mode that I even participate in. I'll literally do 10 battles, 10 sims just to fill out the little milestones, and then I don't blitz after that. And having the 1 hour cooldown and never blitzing, and it's still like a surprise to me. So I'm like, fuck, I can blitz all the time. I can knock these 3 rotations out so fast now, or these 2 rotations, that it doesn't even hurt me at all. Like it doesn't feel so bad.
Yeah, and here I am thinking that I already did my blitz, but like I was telling you guys
No,
before
you got-
recording, I fell asleep. last night. I did my raids, but I didn't do my blitz. So that's what I'm foreseeing at. But that right there, that's kind of where I land. The point I'm getting at is, when I kind of save the objectives and I cash in on it, I end up collecting somewhere around here. And then, of course, I can go through a rotation or 2 and I'll finish this.
One. That's like half a rotation. You could get that in 1 battle if you got lucky.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Well, let's talk about what's going on this coming week. That's where the big conversation is going to come into. And let me find it. I think it's under updates. Here we are. So we'll kind of review this together. You guys probably caught some videos or read this blog post. I was sneaking in a little bit as I was having issues with the monitor, but I was peeking in on this. So Here's the cliff notes as far as what's coming for next week, and part of it already may have. No, it doesn't look like it started. On the 22nd, the Dark Beast Blitz is going to take over, where you start getting some shards off of that if you're still building up on him. 23rd is where the new milestones are going to kick off. Golden Hour. You're going to earn shiny coins plus raid with Spider Society. So it looks like it's going to be a Spider Society event. The Peace and Love web milestone. Spend shiny coins to earn those milestones. Rise of the Planet Alliance milestone. So here's our Alliance one. Raid plus collect allied supply orb fragments. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Every time I'm going to read this shit, I'm like, allied supply
It's
orb
stupid.
fragments. I don't know where that is or how do you even earn that. Like, what is?
It's a check-in. It's a check-in for you to see if you collect your free web stuff or if you spend money. It's literally allied supply orb fragments are earned only for your daily web check-in now, and it's either 1,000 or it's 800 this time. So that's literally just a way for them to be able to squeeze offers in for the big alliances, so they could buy allied supplied orb fragments.
Is that kind of what's going on with this current milestone within the ISO?
Kind
Like,
of.
I know they're ISO 8, but I think it also talks about allied supply orb.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, so you collect. That's what I'm saying. Right now, every day we're collecting 800 allied supply orb fragments. If you're checking in on the web milestone.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then the battle pass is gonna come with the featured characters of Red Goblin and Iron Patriot together.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, is this kind of an inkling where you look to go ahead and take advantage of this battle pass for the shards and other goodies, as far as purchasing that one, Darth?
I buy them all. I can't see not playing the game now without spending at least $80 a month. Like, that's a hard one. There's so much other resources besides the character shards in there. I'm just happy that it's good character shards.
Okay.
I know that Dell looks at it different, so that would have been a better question for Dell.
I don't want to put Dale on the spot on that one. But I mean, or I should say, does this make you itch a little bit, Dale, into looking at it?
I don't know the thing about that. I would have to look at where Red Goblin are and Iron Patriot are. But I think I'm fine. I think I'm close to Iron Patriot. Leveling up, so probably doing the free track will get me there. So I'll probably think twice about doing it.
Okay,
It's definitely not a go-to for me.
gotcha. Okay. And here's the big news: Escape from Kyln, and that's gonna kickstart on April 24th. If I count that down, what is that? Is that Wednesday? I think.
I think it's Wednesday.
Yep, today's 21st.
Okay, 24th. We'll come back to that here in a second. 26 is the Hydra Hunters Quick Rumble, so that's usually on the Friday where you get the Quick Rumble Blitz. Invaders are the featured squad for it. And then here's some good news that I saw here. I'm really loving the release as far as character availability. So Iron Patriot and Leader are going to be added to the bumps. So you're going to be seeing them kind of randomly coming in through certain orbs. And yeah, just some chances of getting your Cabal tunes leveled up. And the time is kind of good. I mean, I say good. Time right, it's 2 days. Well, who knows? It says keep an eye out. Who knows what day they're going to get them available. But as we talked from Kyln, there is a certain trait for Cabal characters. So that's going to be interesting for those that are trying to get them leveled up. Penny Parker is the feature character that's coming out.
Friday.
Is it Friday? Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Oh, 26th. There it is. So on April 26th is when she releases, and she's going to complete the Spider Society team. Our boy over here, Darth, is already showing some screenshots of his Spider Society. I'll let you just jump into so because honestly, I haven't read the full blog post. I'm going slowly looking at it. But what's the big news about Spider Society? Why are you over here showing off this team to Dell and I?
Well, I figured if you're this is the hot news right now is, are you buying them? Are you buying into the FOMO? If you're not buying them, are you still taking them to the moon at low stars for Kyln, for this new raid that's coming up, for the current raid that's going on? It feels like with this team, the developers saw all the videos and a lot of people being like, man, we could just skip this team because we're not going to the skill section anyway, and we're not doing other things. And I would have, if they weren't in the Kyln, I would probably have them both unlocked. Now, I didn't purchase either one of those. Those were all opened with cores and with the events that they have for them. Then I would probably have them both much lower leveled and lower geared. But because I want to push Kyln and I'll just, if they're really good, maybe they'll go in room 2 for Crucible, but I don't know if it'll be that or not. But the other thing about this team is you're going to eventually spend your resources in them anyway for the raids that are coming up, because they're going to be necessary, if not for the incursion raids, then for the whatever next version of incursion raids are coming out. And for this other new raid that's coming out, that's not the next version of incursion raids. Apparently, it's their showcase raid or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah,
So
I'm not sure if you're aware, but it is replacing Greek raids. So Greek raids.
yeah, that's what I heard.
Away.
That's what everybody's pissing and moaning about.
Yeah.
It's as long as they put a gold orb in it every day, I think people will shut up a little bit.
And as long as it's completable for lower level players too. That's what a lot of people are worried about. That it's not to be doable by lower level players.
Alright, I'm just kind of pausing. I'll jump. Well, I don't want to lose train of thought, but I was showing. Well, here I am losing my train of thought now because I had a question about your ISO there for Peter Parker. I saw that you had the health one. I leaned towards the skirmisher trait, and I guess because I was looking at this whole focus of him, I don't know how important or not, but I realized it was pretty on the weak side. So that was the reason why I went off of that, because I noticed that some of his his abilities are about like clearing, I know it's about like flipping some stuff or doing something on the enemies, and I don't know if it was on the special, I can't remember now. Of course, this is all new, but as far as my thought process, like clear all positive effects, apply offensive down, things like that. That's one of the reasons why I did the skirmisher one. But like, is there something? He's a support character, right, Dar? So I guess you're looking at the health and the regions that he provides. Is that kind of what you're leaning towards?
Yeah, and his overall health, because he'll get the most health from that, and then his percentage will get bigger if he gives percentage heals. I'm not interested in reading books on characters, so I kind of went with just an overall thought process on this. I didn't technically look hard anywhere. Healer doesn't sound terrible, and I just do it. I knew that I didn't want him to be a striker. I knew I didn't want him to be a raider.
I think people were saying at lower stars he needs to be skirmisher, but I don't know for sure.
Probably, yeah, that's probably the case. We'll see. I guess overall,
if that's what Jarvis says, at least it's a new character, so you know that at least what I chose was in the majority. But a lot of times the majority is wrong, man.
I think what ends up happening now, my tone, and the reason I'm kind of looking at this, and probably it's not even an argument's sake or countering. I don't know what the hell I just did here, my bad. I'm over selecting here. It's that, like, we get in Cosmic Crucible and then things change. I guess that's where my mindset has been. It's like, damn, like, maybe if I use him in Cosmic Crucible, I'm going to need that focus and stuff like that. So that's kind of where my brain has been lately, and why I'm kind of really kind of nitpicking it a little bit, or asking the question. But ultimately, yeah, he's a support for the character, so I guess either or, and only time will tell as you start playing as far as which one you're going to be more consistent on using as far as the ISO trait. Back to the team. So the whole raid thing that you guys were talking about, it sounds like just kind of down the road, or is there a timeline when this new one comes out? Is that even on the blog post yet, or is this just content creators?
They put out a blog post earlier in the week about it, and it was very vague, and none of the envoys knew anything. They said, they told them about it like an hour beforehand. Oh, we're coming up with a new blog about stuff, but they didn't tell them what it was about. So no one knows anything. And it's very vague, and that's what has a lot of people upset, because it's not clear on anything.
Okay. Either way, I mean, I guess the main thing is, as far as those that are starting to prepare for it, it's not in the lack of you're not losing resources or gearing up or doing stuff. It's going to be needed. And I think that's kind of where you're coming from, Darth, with your whole planning, and kind of why you're showing this is that, like, I'm prepared for it, not overly going to invest, but you're kind of getting it to a level that you feel comfortable with within your style of play. I think for me, the reason I was kind of showing my squad, that's kind of where the differences are, as far as everybody's kind of style of play. For me, like, I do want to, I know I have to get them ready, but my readiness is like getting them at level 90, kind of where Ghost Spider is. And then from that point, then I kind of start like deciding, all right, do I want to go up to the next tier, 95? But we'll see.
Depends on what you need.
I feel ready for me is 95.
Or Kyle.
Left in there. Yeah.
So it really matters.
All right.
So it's funny. We just have a different base level, Mookie. Yours appears to be you think you need gear tier 16, and I appear to think I need gear tier 18.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. I don't even know. I just, what really what it boils down to is I don't have enough gold to be throwing shit on them right now. If I had enough gold, then that would change. But I'm still spending on that damn store for the crimson. So
See, I quit.
see
I
that's
quit, and
what's
this is
going
why
on.
you're gonna have Mephisto a month and a half or 2 months before I will.
It's so expensive, man. Like, yeah, you say that, and then I see some other shit that happens where you just still you're like that turtle on the catching up to the hare. Like I feel like I'm the hare a little bit, and then nope. All right. But anyways, here's how to recruit Penny Parker and so forth. Of course, we know it's through orbs and some purchasing stuff like that. But let's talk about Kyln. Can you escape from Kyln? And it's kind of going through a little story. We kind of remember it. We're not going to break down too much in detail as far as what you need, but it's just jumping over. The overall thing is they got 46 total cells. 6 new cells are being added to go ahead and escape, and they go with all the fancy words. Cramp the confines of this prison means you would only battle with 3 character squads based on each cell traits. While all players level 60 and up can participate, only commanders with the strongest rosters will have a good chance of escaping. So the rules again, as far as there's no cooldowns, the health and abilities persist between battles for players and enemies. Characters can't be healed between the battles. You remain in the same cell after losing a battle, not drop. Restarting a run will drop you to floor 1 and heal your characters and reset your score. Completing the cell earns a milestone reward. And here's the restrictions and requirements. Now, tons of, I wish I had looked at this before we jumped on here. What's up, Hoke Smith? Oh, sorry, I just noticed a little blurb come up right there. Do we think the 3 diamond will be at floor 40 like last time, or now at floor 46? That's a great question. I'm gonna jump to those guys. Well, here, let me
That's
go
a super
to the
good
traits.
question.
Yeah. So here's the traits. I mean, and that's exactly the question I had as I was looking at this. I was like, damn, look at all these rooms here. So of course you jump into, you got there's no gear tier levels here until you get to cells 20, 22. Here's your gear tier 15s, 16s, 17s. And this is kind of where, some people's butt pucker in a little bit. It's like, okay, do I have someone at GT 17 yet? Hell, G18s are going to come on the cells 35 through 37. So that's where you get your legendary characters. I would say most people should kind of have the legendaries up to this level, so that feels comfortable. But when you start getting into the villain bio and the Undying, the Undying's like not a wasteful team. I mean, Darth probably smiling. He knows he has his Undying at G.
All they did was add Hela. Like if you think about it, villain bio, if there's a 3-man team, the only one that's not a villain bio on that 3-man team is Hela. They may as well have put Hela on there, which is cool, but I don't know that it's going to change that much for everybody because it's the same nodes. If it's the same nodes and the same compositions, we're still going to have Super Scroll and Lizard, and now everybody's got Carnage and the rest of them up there. Red Goblin is a villain bio. Like the cells 38 through 40 are going to look totally different this time than they did before. Just because of the characters that we've gotten and we've all brought up to that level now. I don't even think Red Goblin was available last time.
No. Yeah, so that's going to look good too. Okay, so then we'll go to the next one, the Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse
skill.
And that's what I'm
Go look at
it. Yeah, I'm going into the game here. Spider-Verse skill. All right, man. Sorry, because I got one.
That's why I have my...
Here we go.
Yeah.
So it's basically Spider Society? Is that what you're...
Yeah. Spider Society and Black Cat and Kingpin. So... But for you, like, you can't even attempt that floor right now.
Yeah, I don't have the G18s. Well, here I go. Now I know what I'm doing with my Spider Society. Yeah, so that's kind of where, I'm starting to pucker in there, looking at that and knowing my goal that I got saving. And all right, well, I mean, I got time. I got Wednesday, right? So I've been spending.
It's still Wednesday. You do have 3 days.
Yeah, I got time to go ahead and start building them up. So that's what we're looking at there. And I think getting to the point of where Hoke Smith's question is, sorry, let me flip between this. So this is on the cells 41 through 43, and that's the question. Do we think the 3 diamond would be at floor 40 or is it now at floor 46? How do you feel about that, Dale? What do you think the rewards are going to be? Have you heard anything yet as far as is there a feature character that's been announced yet?
Yeah, she's at the bottom. It's Gwenum.
This 3-star Gwenum.
Yep.
I kind of
So now, yeah, a lot of people aren't excited about that. Um, but I think it's gonna be at the end.
Yeah. You too,
I
dog?
may be surprised, but
There's two ways you could do it. If they were a super cool company, they would let the 3 diamond be at 40 and then put red gear in the rest of them. But I'm like Dell. I don't necessarily think they're a cool company. I think they're going to push. I think they're going to push the 3 diamond to 46.
I'm over there throwing flowers at the blitz, and this is where they slap me back, right? And they throw it. They hit me back with the thorns. They're like, fuck off. Yeah. I honestly, man, Darth, you hit it. I hope that's really the case. I'm hoping. It sounds so good that it should be on cell 40, and that this would be Crimson for the next ones up. But only time will tell. And I guess on the 23rd on the eve is when we kind of get a preview of the rewards, I believe, sometimes. But we'll see what happens. He says, I think the 3 diamond at 40 and red gear after. That's what Hulk Smith maybe is also hoping for too.
That would be awesome. We'll see. That's the thing that's beyond. That would be the only thing better than the 3 diamond reward would be if they had red gear.
Yeah. Okay. And then here's the Cabal will be in the last cell room. Cabal or Underworld. It's interesting that Underworld's that title right there, because I've been kind of looking at upgrading them a little bit here and there. Shit, I don't have them at GT 18. But Cabal, I believe I do have a Cabal. I'm switching back. Let's look at Cabal. I don't even want to ask you, Darth. I already know. But Dell, where's your Cabal at? Do you know?
I stopped leader at 90. I believe Iron Patriot and Namor 100.
Yeah, so I got them all up because of Crucible, and I already know Darth does too. Probably even has them higher somehow. How's your leader looking? Darth, like your red stars? What do you have your red stars? I have both of them at 4 red for Patriot and leader. I feel like I'm like a Black Knight feeling from you. 128 out of 130 for Iron Patriot. 2 shards. Next one.
You can hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, my computer's going whack. I have 4 reds on both of them.
Okay.
But they're both geared to your 18 level 100. Yeah, just like you. So you're ready for the last floors as much as you can be.
Yeah. It's going to be that Spider-Verse. So I do have a hiccup and something I got to work on with that Spider-Verse skill for the prior cell block room. But, and I'll kind of close it off as far as just kind of thoughts and opinions off of everything here that you're reviewing, Dale. I mean, are you excited about this? Are you ready for the event? Like, is there anything personally that you feel like you got to work on? Like, what's your feeling with the news of Kyln?
Like the last time, so I think it'll be fun. I'm working on the Spire Society right now. We'll see what I'll need to switch to when it comes out.
Okay. And you, Darth, how are you feeling about the Kyln? Are you ready?
I'm excited, dude. You saw where I'm at. Like I'm 18 on those other characters. I'm ready to go. Here's gonna sound a really asshole thing to say, but looking at your roster makes me feel super better about what I got going on. Like I feel that I'm trying not don't take offense to that.
I don't take offense.
But like,
honestly, it's typical. I always feel asshole of you when I see the damn comments on the bottom of our little screens about upgrading someone at 17 already or 18. I'm like, oh, there goes Darth running again. So it's all good. You ready to pass me up?
I will say this though, for every single character that's Spider-Verse skill that has been released is gear 18 on my roster. I didn't even realize that now until I pulled them up.
Yeah.
Kingpin 2.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, you're beyond ready. Yeah, because I'm trying to transition back. Yeah, you're going to kill the last cell block room. And that's going to be interesting. I wonder how traits and all that work. I think it's just, you probably don't want to break up the Cabal, right? You have to go all 3 with them. Not plug in like some other villain, underworld character with 2 of them or something like. Because I mean,
who knows?
I know.
Kingpin's gonna drop all those minions. He might be necessary to just get you through something.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, I don't have them ready, as you can tell. 17. But this gives me a
No,
good
no.
excuse to put them up. I
Mhm.
I do want it to get. Oh,
So,
sorry, I'm clicking things too heavy.
yeah, Underworld is the other one. Is the other
Last.
floors. It's
Okay.
not the last one. So you got your Underworld roster because of Kingpin, but Kingpin is the only Spider Verse skill character on Underworld.
Mm, yeah. Anyways. All right. Well, let me kind of. I'm gonna close up the whole recording here. Of course, I'm kind of jumping. I'm losing focus on these screens here on the monitor. Um, but I just wanted to go over here and just kind of lastly say, they're giving a thank you to those who have participated in the DD7 celebration poll on the Player Voice Discord channel. The celebration winners are Red Goblin and Void Knight, and they will communicate in the future on how you'll be able to choose which character you want the 100 shards of and 7 red stars for that character. And I think, are those the ones you guys said you voted for too? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I voted for.
Okay. But that's kind of where things are at. So then I'm going to wrap up the recording because I know we're kind of over like 30 minutes here. That's kind of pushing it for the YouTubers. So appreciate you guys tuning in that are able to catch this. Good luck on your build up for the Kyln event. Good luck to y'all's Cosmic Crucible. Continue to grind away at that one. And hopefully I'll get some recording up on there. Just been kind of busy. But I'll try to showcase the good, the bad, and the ugly as usual. Definitely check out Walking 8. That guy's commentary is up. I love it. Like, I think all that stuff, and I just gotta say it out loud when I'm playing it like he does. But man, he's.
You think you don't want to taste it? You think that he's gonna make you taste it?
God, dude, that was so funny, man. Everything about that stuff. Even in the beginning intro, he's of course I saw Dorky's battle. I was watching it naked. I was getting ready for work.
It was yep.
God,
I was naked watching you, bro.
How does that make you feel?
Yep.
God. Oh man. All right, but yeah, definitely check his battles out. They're very entertaining, very high level 2-ish. He's up there within the Masters Leagues and stuff like that, which is something I'm focusing on. Congrats to Darth. Our boy's getting close to that. So everybody's kind of inching to get into that status quo up there with those big boys. But yeah, till then, we'll catch y'all later next week. And enjoy your MSF. Bye bye.